The Millionaire Who Pretended to be Poor. Once upon a time, in a beautiful American city called Silverwood, there lived a young white man named Daniel Brooks. Daniel was handsome, intelligent, and extremely wealthy. At just 32 years old, he owned one of the largest technology companies in the city. He lived in a luxurious mansion, drove expensive cars, and had everything money could buy. But Daniel had one serious problem. He didn't know who truly loved him. Everywhere he went, people smiled at him. "Mr. Brooks, you're amazing. You're such a wonderful man. I would do anything for you." But Daniel always wondered, do they love me or do they love my money? One day, Daniel made a decision that would change his life forever. He left his expensive clothes, luxury car, and bodyguards behind. He put on a simple jacket, old jeans, and worn boots. Then he rented a small apartment and began living like an ordinary man. He told no one who he really was. A beautiful stranger one. Cold morning, Daniel walked into a small cafe to buy coffee. While standing in line, he noticed a young woman sitting alone near the window. Her name was Emily Carter. Emily was 28 years old, beautiful, kind, and hardworking. She had long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and a gentle smile. She worked as a waitress during the day and spent her evenings painting beautiful pictures. Unlike many people Daniel had met, Emily did not care about expensive clothes or luxury cars. When Daniel accidentally dropped his wallet on the floor, she picked it up. "You should be more careful," she said with a smile. Daniel laughed. "I'm still learning." That simple conversation became the beginning of something neither of them expected. Falling in love. Daniel began visiting the cafe every day. At first, he came for the coffee. Then, he came for Emily. Soon, they started talking after her work. They walked through the city, shared cheap meals, laughed at silly jokes, and talked about their dreams. Emily dreamed of becoming a successful artist. Daniel told her, "One day, you're going to have your own art gallery." Emily laughed. "With what money?" Daniel smiled. "I don't know yet, but I believe in you." For the first time in years, Daniel felt truly happy. Emily didn't know he was a millionaire. She believed he was simply an ordinary man trying to find his place in life, and Daniel loved her for that. The difficult test months later, Daniel's company faced a serious crisis. A major business deal failed, and false news began spreading online about him. Daniel disappeared from his ordinary life for several days to handle the situation. Emily became worried. When Daniel finally returned, he looked tired and emotionally broken. "I lost everything," he told her. It wasn't completely true. But Daniel wanted to know something important. He wanted to know if Emily would stay with him when she believed he had nothing. Emily looked into his eyes. Then she took his hand. "Daniel, I didn't fall in love with your money." Daniel was silent. Emily continued, "I fell in love with the man who makes me laugh, who believes in my dreams, and who treats me with kindness." Tears filled Daniel's eyes. "But what if I really have nothing?" Emily smiled. "Then we'll have nothing together." The truth. A few weeks later, Emily was walking through the city when she stopped in front of a giant electronic billboard. On the screen was a photograph of Daniel. The headline read, "Tech billionaire Daniel Brooks announces new project." Emily froze. She couldn't believe what she was seeing. Daniel had lied to her. That evening, she went to his apartment. "Who are you?" she asked. Daniel looked down. "I should have told you." Emily's eyes filled with tears. "You let me believe you were someone else." "I was afraid," Daniel said. "Afraid of what?" "That nobody could love me without knowing how much money I have." Emily was silent. Then she turned and walked away. Daniel stood there alone. For the first time, having all the money in the world didn't make him feel rich. The surprise. Several months passed. Daniel missed Emily every day, but he respected her decision. Instead of trying to buy her love back with expensive gifts, he decided to do something different. He quietly invested in a community art center. He created a program that allowed young artists to display their work for free. He didn't put his name anywhere. One day, Emily received an invitation to display her paintings at the new art center. She was shocked when she arrived. Her paintings were hanging on the walls. People admired her work. She finally had the opportunity she had always dreamed of. Then Daniel appeared. Emily looked at him. "Did you do this?" Daniel nodded. "But I didn't do it to make you come back." Emily looked surprised. "I did it because you once told me that dreams matter, and I wanted you to know that I still believe in yours." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Emily slowly walked toward him. "You were wrong to lie to me." Daniel nodded. "I know. But you're also the man who believed in me before anyone else did." Daniel looked into her eyes. "I still do." Emily smiled. "And I still love you." Daniel couldn't believe what he heard. He gently held her hand. This time, there were no secrets, no disguises, no lies, only two people standing together, ready to begin again. The lesson. Daniel learned that money can attract attention, but it cannot buy true love. And Emily learned that love is not about finding a perfect person. It is about finding someone who is willing to be honest, change, forgive, and grow with you. Years later, Daniel and Emily opened their first art gallery together, and above the entrance was a simple message: the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who has someone to share life with. The end YouTube ending. Did Emily do the right thing by forgiving Daniel, or should she have walked away forever? Tell us what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this emotional story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more beautiful, emotional, romantic, and life-changing stories.